have it, folks. The FOMC day has come and is gone. And as I promised, we were not going to repeat what happened a year ago, December 18th, on that FOMC day. It wasn't going to happen. However, as I had sent you out your FOMC day prep a couple days ago, be ready at 1 o'clock because, even though we are not looking to do any new credit spreads, the ones that we had already issued, which were a week ago, and the ones earlier in the week, 60.75, 60.77, 67.70 call credit spread, and the 68.75, 68.70s from over the weekend, VIX currently plus 1622, you'll be able to capture some very nice credit unlike prior FOMC meetings. And as we said, you get a flat dead zone range until 2:30 when you get the zigzag move, and then the real moves come when the question and answer begins at the press conference. And once again, having laid out all of the FOMC days going back well over a year and a half, they're all the same. Nothing, nothing, nothing until 2 o'clock, and then it's time to put on your dancing shoes. Well, 2 o'clock. Until 2 o'clock, absolutely nothing. Continuing to dance on that same 68.25, which is virtually unbreakable. Trading just above the 10-day moving average for a little bit of a move because we were slightly oversold yesterday. And then coming down below that 68.40 as we went into 2 o'clock. And then you got your bounce, your move back down to the 10-day, another little bounce back up into the 68.70s, which, as we pointed out there in the chat early, 37-point range, right there, 205. You might see 68.70s. Until then, you're boxed in until a Powell comment changes that. And precisely what took place. 2:30, you get your little move there, right back down to the 10-day moving average prior to Powell speaking. A little bit of a comment, a little bit of a move back down to the 10-day moving average, and then the Bloomberg question cometh, and kaboom, here we are, back up to right as we were talking about, just being able to come up there into that range. 68.75 to the upside, 69.05 to the downside, 68.25, 6800, 67.70, 67.53 being on the downside would have been perfect, like I laid out for you in the email, if they were to take us to 67.53 today, because we would have been blindly able to be bullish going into tomorrow, being in Thursday. Oversold 3 red days in a row, however, as you see there on the closing bell, and we finish off having touched just below 69.05, piercing 6900, just like we pierced minus 6800 late last week, closing there at 68.86. So
the price is wrong, bitch.
So since the 67.75, 67.70s did not work out, the 68.75, 68.70s did not work out. That was exactly as well why I pointed out for you very, very quickly there as we went into, and here you have it here, 2:21 p.m. As we already knew that we were going to get a hawkish cut. Powell had not yet spoken. However, things were not looking great. Those that are bagged on the December 10th call credit spread should right now be looking to roll options, and the first few I'd be looking at is rolling up 68.30, 68.25, and move down from there. And December 19th, December 17th are dates that are options for you, if not going with December 15th. For those of you that don't understand what we're talking about here, rolling a call credit spread. Rolling a call credit spread means adjusting an existing losing or near losing bear call spread by closing the current spread and simultaneously opening a new one, usually by moving strikes up and out, later expiration, to collect more premium. For those of you that are not familiar with this, you can type it into Google and figure out your own research on it, but everybody should know. So that's where we end up. And tomorrow, being Thursday, is day 14 without a minus 1% day. So let's take a broad look again at where we are. SPX closing there, 68.86. You got the QQQ once again coming up to that unfilled gap, not filling it, touching it, and making its first close above 626. Over on to the DIA, didn't really have it on the marker, but we had an old gap from up here on November 12th, and it has gotten filled on that little bounce up as the Dow started doing the work well early in the morning, right when the opening bell came, and getting overbought as we were going into the mid-afternoon session. And here you go with the IWM, the red-headed stepchild of the market, being at new all-time highs with a new all-time high close.
The price is wrong, bitch.
All of that together with your VIX. 1706, hanging on into 2 o'clock. And then you get your rug pull as you go into the later part of the day with the FOMC. And the gap from the weekend is almost filled. So enjoy your Wednesday. I hope that you have a great Thursday. And I hope that when you move into Friday and into the weekend, you have the greatest time of your life.